On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
No, I mean, you're right, Anton, but let's just see, let's be realistic of what's going on. The NBA players, the NBA coach, this happens. It's nothing new. Players
No,
are
it doesn't. It doesn't happen where a dude busts down his potential boss's wife.
No. I'm not talking about the boss's wife aspect. I'm talking about players cheating on their wives.
Anton, I'm sorry. You gotta look. I'm looking it up now. It's no official statement put out by the Celtics identifying who it is. It's only
y'all missed my whole point. Y'all missed the whole thing.
You know, but y'all keep saying busting down somebody's wife. We don't know.
I don't care. I'm a public figure, so why even put myself in a position to have to suffer in that way in the first place? I'm a public figure. Listen. If Obama went and bust down some chick's wife, or any chick, let alone somebody else's wife, it's over.
They're suckers because they sit here throwing this man under the bus for shit that they do. This 2022, men and women cheat. And my whole thing about this is like, why the fuck did the Celtics organization not punish the lady if they saying both of them conducted sexual misconduct? So that means both of them is employees of the organization. That means both of them violate the policies. Why did they not punish her too? And they came out their mouth and said, "Oh, we're not punishing the women that's involved." So now you got a double standard. Why, if it's so important of actual sexual misconduct, why is his name get dropped and hers didn't? And now if women want equality and all that bullshit, then guess what? Now the internet dragging every goddamn woman in the Celtics organization to protect one. Fuck that shit. And
I thought it was multiple women. It was
like two, I think.
I thought it was like two.
We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know because they're not saying. Because they're trying to protect her. Why? Both of them fucked. It was consensual. It wasn't rape. It was consensual sex. Right. So that means violations. So why did only one get put out?
I think they're trying to push him out or something. I talked about this. I'm like, that don't make no sense. Like, something's going on probably behind doors, and they trying to push him out.
No, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. He busts down somebody else's wife. If I'm a dude in any kind of position of power, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't
both of the women were married.
Yeah, but the women are messing with someone else's.
They don't see because we don't know because it was not put out.
Yeah,
it was put out. Well,
you know, like I heard, it's not about what he did. I guess it's about who he did it with.
Exactly what I said.
You know, like I heard, it's not about what he did. I guess it's about who he did it with. Is really gonna kind of flip the game upside down when it comes to this instance. Because like I said, this is not something that's only the NBA. It happens in the workplace all around.
Nia Long started to trend. Does he want to tell his woman and the mother of his child, who he's in a serious relationship with, that he's been messing with other women?
I mean, as messy as all my relationships have been publicly, I'm not going to touch this shit. Like the family side, I'm going to leave alone because I have my own fucking train wreck of personal family shit out there. But, if everything comes out, he'll be lucky if he coaches in the NBA again, to be honest with you.
Oh, you think it's that bad?
I think it's pretty, I think it's pretty heavy, man. It's just some stuff you can't do. You know what I mean? Because some stuff you can't do. So it's just like, again, not judging, to each his own. I've made plenty of mistakes.
Barnes ain't got no room to talk. But if they're gonna push him out, they should put the women out. It took two of them to do the act, and it was consensual.
You're missing it.
I don't hear is that it was one of his boss's wives.
Don't listen. This is what it comes down to.
Y'all gotta stop though. Nobody is not put out who this official is. They literally went through a whole laundry list of every woman in the organization.
Y'all not catching the point. And the point is that nobody has said it. And I've been saying this for the longest. You have to have dick discipline or you are going to fumble the bag. It's not about exercising options. I don't even care about them hoes. Yeah, is it fair? Cool. No. Listen, the last thing that I'm worried about if I'm him is what's fair. The first thing that I'm worried about is the fact that I focused my whole life for the last 10 years. I studied under the greats. I was under Greg Popovich. I was an assistant coach. I've been going back and forth. I finally got my shot. I am at the top of my game, at the beginning of an ascendance to be considered one of the greatest of all time. Possible contract extension on the way. I have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as my core for the future, which means that I am guaranteed to have some level of success. I am set for the rest of my life. The only thing I have to do is have a level of dick discipline. And I am fumbling the bag because I can't focus. I can't focus on anything other than the pussy. That is the whole lesson in this, is that it's not about fairness. The world is what it is. It's not about whether or not she was married or not. The world is what it is. My point is that when you take this into consideration and you start having this conversation, and I've been saying this since the beginning of time, I'm not letting anything, not a piece of pussy, not nothing come between me and my bag. I just don't understand how that is not the number one talking point. I don't care about them hoes. I don't care about Nia Long. I don't care about none of that. Never let anything mess up your bag, especially no pussy. And I keep telling these dudes over and over and over again, and it just seems like it just goes in one ear and out the other, because the only thing y'all care about is busting down some hoes, man. That's the whole point for me. That's the only thing I care about with this story. He fumbled his whole lifetime bag, and his kid is probably going to get teased in school. They was in the middle of transitioning from wherever they was over to Boston, and now they got to figure out life. They got to figure out life all together.
I don't think it's no, I mean, you're right, Anton, but let's just see, let's be realistic on what's going on. The NBA players, the NBA coach, just happens. It's nothing new. Players
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen where a dude bust down his potential boss's wife.
No. I'm not talking about the boss's wife aspect. I'm talking about players cheating on their wives.
I'm sorry. You gotta look. I'm looking it up now. It's no official statement put out by the Celtics identifying who it is. It's only
y'all missed my whole point. Y'all missed the whole thing.
You know, but y'all keep saying busting down somebody's wife. We don't know.
I don't care. I'm a public figure, so why even put myself in a position to have to suffer in that way in the first place? I'm a public figure. Listen. If Obama went and bust down some chick's wife, or any chick, let alone somebody else's wife, it's over.